The National Broadcasting Company presents Dick Powell as Richard Diamond, private detective.
All right, Shamus, hand it over. Let's have it.
Have what?
I ain't got time to play games. This time you gotta believe me. This time I'm unhappy, so hand it over.
You're not making it very easy.
I'm gonna make it a lot tougher.
How much tougher can things get?
You'd be surprised. I've waited a long time for this.
Well, I guess everything comes to he who waits.
You won't have to wait anymore. You know something? I don't mind killing you at all.
Here's another exciting half hour with Richard Diamond, private detective, starring Dick Powell.
Diamond Detective Agency, homicide made easy. With us, it's the corpse that counts.
Oh, I just don't think I'll ever get used to it.
Hi, Helen.
Hi. What are you doing?
Right now, nothing. But I've been considering a few push-ups or something just to keep my heart going. I've been sitting behind this desk so long my blood doesn't circulate anymore. It just lies around in puddles.
Oh, Rick.
Morning, Mr. Diamond.
Oh, hold it a second, honey. Morning, Phil.
Who's still?
The postman.
Oh.
Special delivery for you. Return receipt on it. You stand right here.
Sure. Okay, there you are, Phil.
Okay. See you later, Mr. Diamond.
Yeah.
Rick?
Yeah, yes, dear?
Well, what is it?
Hmm?
Well, what does the postman want?
Well, I wanted to give me a letter.
Oh?
Special delivery. From the City Hall.
Oh, must be important. What does it say?
Let's see. It says, Mr. Richard Diamond, address, so on and so forth. Oh, here. Dear sir, you are hereby notified that under the laws of this state, you can be called... Oh, for Pete's sake.
Well, what's the matter?
Of all the rotten...
Oh, stop making noises and tell me what's wrong.
You know what this stupid letter is about?
I've been trying to find out.
I, honey, have got to report to the police commission and get examined.
Oh, Rick, have you caught something?
Dear, in this state, the commission can call in any private detective and give him a test to find out whether or not he can still qualify to keep on operating.
You mean they give you a test like in school?
You're darn right. Oh, and it says here I've got to appear today.
Well, what if you don't?
Well, I lose the bond I had to post when I took out my license.
Oh, Rick, you better get right down there.
Oh, and here's something else that's real cute. Guess where I have to take the test?
Walt's precinct. Has to be.
Yeah, aren't they the little devils? Report to Lieutenant Walter Levinson, 5th Precinct, homicide.
What time, Rick?
Time? 10 minutes ago.
Oh, bye, Rick.
It was 10 after 11 when I hung up on Helen. It was 12 after when I hit the street. The 5th Precinct was a good 10 blocks away, and I was bounding into the squad room by 11:18. Needless to say, it put a horrible strain on several unused ligaments. 4 or 5 boys in my charming profession were there ahead of me.
Well, boys, it looks like the commission's serious this time. When they start dragging in their pets, namely one Richard Diamond, you can bet the heads are going to start rolling.
What if the heads do start rolling, Romero? You got a spare?
That's very...
Hey, Shamus, you're late.
Well, Sergeant Otis, you need a shave or you've been sleeping with your head on a porcupine?
I ain't got no time for your crummy jokes, Diamond. Take a seat and wait your turn.
Thank you, Otis.
By the by, you're the last on the list.
That figured.
Yeah, take a seat, Diamond. Last on the list, huh? Looks like you don't swing as much weight as you thought you did.
At least now I can understand the reason for this examination.
Oh, you can, huh?
Sure. Guys like you, Romero, would make it necessary to clean up any organization.
Oh, I take it you don't think I'm a credit to the profession, huh, Diamond?
Take it any way you like, but stick with the first guess.
Oh, what's the matter, Rick? Maybe I'm taking some of your business away, huh?
Look, Romero, the kind of business you handle would keep me buying too much disinfectant. And as long as you're asking what's wrong, I'll tell you 2 things.
Yeah?
You're a lousy detective, and you'd burn your grandmother if there was enough money in it.
Oh, okay, what's the second beep, Ricky?
You just said it. You want to talk to me, it's Mr. Diamond. You slip again, and I'll put your jaw in a position so you won't forget.
Is that right?
Oh, get out of my way, Romero.
Oh, sure, Mr. Diamond.
Hey, Rick, can I see you a minute?
Yeah, by all means, see your friends and have a good talk about me.
Oh, that's... What is it, Alan?
I just thought you might be more comfortable over here. I would have called you sooner. I was kind of hoping you might lay one on Romero.
Oh, I'd love to bust his face up. There's just no excuse for him.
Okay, so we all got our bonds to worry about. Relax, you got a long wait.
Okay, Diamond, it's your turn now.
Not really.
Go on in. Sorry you had to wait so long.
Thank you, Sergeant Otis. You're very kind. If I'd waited any longer, I'd have been numb. And don't ask me where.
Come in, Rick. Bring your slate pencil.
Yeah.
Sit down, Mr. Diamond.
In a nice soft chair? Oh, I'm afraid I couldn't do that, Lieutenant. I've gotten so used to that bench outside, sort of grown to fit it, you might say.
Oh, now, Rick, I'm sorry, but there was nothing I could do about it.
Mr. Diamond, Lieutenant.
Huh? Oh, yeah. I hear you've been giving that to a lot of people lately. Otis tells me you and Pat Romero had some kind of discussion along those lines.
Why doesn't the government stick Otis out on the beach somewhere and use him for radar? Let him look for flying saucers.
Rick, there's no sense in acting like a child.
The name is Diamond.
Since when?
Since 2 hours of solid sitting, Lieutenant.
Okay, Mr. Diamond. Unfortunately, the commission set this thing up, Mr. Diamond. I had nothing to do with it, Mr. Diamond. As for your waiting, there's enough hard feelings about your relations with this department. I put you at the head of the list, Mr. Diamond.
Shut up.
Lieutenant.
Lieutenant, Mr. Diamond.
Mr. Diamond.
That's better.
It certainly is. Here's the first half of the examination paper. You'll get the second half later. Write the answers to these questions.
How long have I got?
Take your time. Still mad?
Yeah.
Oh.
So for the next 30 minutes, I wrote. I wrote, and Walt stewed. It was something I could always count on with Walt, and being my best friend, he never had been able to get used to it. I looked up and caught him a couple of times, looking out of the corner of his eye to make sure I was getting them right. Don't misunderstand, Walt would never give me the answers. He'd just cough or blow his nose or something to show me I wasn't on the right track. Oh. Oh? Huh. There you are, Lieutenant.
Thank you, Mr. Diamond.
Am I finished?
You most certainly are not. Like the others before you, Mr. Diamond, you will have to solve, to my complete satisfaction, a hypothetical case of homicide. And then come back here and fill in the second half of the examination.
Oh, for Pete's sake, Walt. I did that in police school.
It's for Pete's sake, Lieutenant.
Oh, all right.
One moment, Mr. Diamond. I'll get the man who's going to give you the test. Otis.
Yeah, Lieutenant?
Oh, no.
Would you mind coming in here and taking Mr. Diamond down to the basement?
He's ready for the test, huh?
Yes, Sergeant. He's ready.
Now, there's a dummy in that room there, Diamond.
You sure leave yourself wide open, Otis.
Thanks. Now the dummy, or in this case, the victim, has been murdered. You will go in and try to solve the murder to the best of your ability. If you are intelligent and observing, you will locate the necessary clues which have been placed about the room. Go on in.
How long have I got, Sergeant?
30 minutes, starting now. Go ahead in.
Otis. Otis.
Oh, now come on, Shamus. You ain't gonna tell me you solved it already.
No, Otis, I ain't. But there's something I think you should know.
Yeah, what?
There are 2 victims in this room. And I hate to be the one to tell you, but I'm afraid one of them isn't really a dummy.
What do you mean?
One of them is a body, and it's very dead. Get the lieutenant. Well, there you are, Walt. Pat Romero, shot through the head.
Oh, no. Shut the door, Otis.
Yeah.
And lock it. Stand in front of it. Don't let anybody in. How did this happen? How did Romero get shot in my department? Oh, what'll the commissioners say?
Lieutenant.
You shut up.
Walt, relax. Will you take it easy now?
Oh, sure. Relax. Take it easy. When the commissioner hears about this, I'll have a lot of time to relax on a beat in Flatbush.
Look, Walt,
And the newspapers. What's going to happen when they get wind of this?
Listen, Walt.
Private detective shot in lab room of 5th Precinct, homicide. Relax, take it easy. Sure.
Well, at least shut up long enough to hear what I've got to say.
Rick, what am I going to do?
Well, now listen to me. If we can solve this thing before anyone gets wind of it, maybe it won't be so bad.
You're right. Maybe it won't.
We'll keep this room closed up as long as possible.
Otis, if you let anyone in here, I'll personally see that you never... Where are you going, Diamond?
I'm going to Romero's office. I'll call you from there. Make a check on his body and have all the dope ready for me.
Oh, don't you worry about the dope, Rick. I've got more dope in this department than any other in the whole world. I've got the biggest. Otis.
Yeah, Lieutenant?
Walt chased Otis up the wall, and I headed for Pat Romero's office. Everything was happening so fast, I didn't take time to think much past the fact that the private detective profession had taken a step in the right direction when someone retired Romero. But Walt was in a spot, and someone had broken the law, so it looked like it was up to me to try and tie things together. I got to Romero's building, went up to the 8th floor, tripped over a couple of rats having a nervous breakdown because they couldn't find their way out, found his office, opened the door, and started feeling sorry for myself right away. Oh. I never saw him. All I remember is something black and shiny in front of my face just as I hit the floor. When I tried to take a better look, the bright, shiny something kissed me right in the mouth, and I went to sleep the hard way. When I finally came around, it was like trying to tiptoe through an acre of beach balls. I stumbled a couple of times, spit out a little blood. Very little, because the way I felt, there couldn't have been too much left. When I finally got around to a normal way of thinking, I perceived two things. It was still daytime, and the office of one Mr. Pat Romero, deceased, was a wreck.
Fifth Precinct, homicide.
Well?
Who is this first?
Oh, now, come on. This is Diamond.
Well, I thought so, but I'm not going to admit anything for a while, even my name.
Anyone find out about...
No. What did you find out?
I walked into his office and got my brains scattered.
By whom?
By whom? I don't know. I wish I did. I have a very sore head.
Well, Romero was shot all right, but we can't find the bullet.
That's not a very big room.
We'll find it, but in the meantime, here's something else. Romero had $10,000 in cash on him. New bills.
Go ahead.
That's all we've come up with so far. We'll have more to go on when we find that bullet.
Well, maybe it's still in him.
Went clean through. Messed up his pretty patent leather haircut.
What?
What do you mean, what? I said the bullet...
Oh, never mind, Walt. Bless your little pointed head. You just gave me an idea.
About what?
About the guy who worked me over a little while ago.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah. Hurry up and find that missing bullet. Walt had said something about patent leather when he referred to Romero's greasy hairdo. That was all I needed. It opened a door someplace, and there, sitting with its legs crossed, was the biggest hunch I've ever seen. And it was wearing patent leather shoes. The only guy I could think of who would know a man like Romero and still wear patent leather shoes in the afternoon was a local gambler with a reputation as a fashion plate, monocle, striped trousers, and always the patent leather shoes. In fact, that's where he got his nickname, the Patent Leather Kid. This was a small clue, and I knew it, but one thing was in my favor. Anyone who would tear up Romero's office and kick me in the face had to be a bad little boy, and the Patent Leather Kid was tight casting. The kid's real name was Amos Fletcher, and he ran a small club over on 14th Street.
Oh, I'm sorry, my friend, but the... Well,
Hello, Fletcher.
I was going to say I'm sorry, my friend, but the place isn't open until 6.
I got a few questions.
Come back at 6.
Fletcher, I'm a little unhappy right about now. You answer the questions like a good boy, or I'll kick you all over the place.
You mind if I call a few of my boys to watch?
If you like. Tell them I got a 38 under my arm that goes off when I get excited. Got a few questions.
Come back at 6.
Fletcher, I'm a little unhappy right about now. You answer the questions like a good boy, or I'll kick you all over the place.
You mind if I call a few of my boys to watch?
If you like. Tell them I got a 38 under my arm that goes off when I get excited. Tell them I sort of lose my head when I get kicked in the mouth and don't get the answers I want. I think you better believe me.
So you got kicked in the mouth?
Yeah, by a pair of patent leather shoes, just like yours.
I had nothing to do with it.
You know a guy named Romero?
Romero? No, I don't know a guy by that name.
Where were you an hour ago?
Right here. I have a couple of friends to prove it. We were playing cards, canasta.
Okay.
I'm glad you're satisfied, Mr. Diamond.
Who said I was satisfied?
No?
Not a bit.
Well, what about this Romero?
He got himself shot.
Badly?
As bad as you can get shot.
Well, Shamus, that's a chance you boys take. Maybe Romero would have lived longer in another racket. Think about it, Shamus.
I'll think about it, Fletcher. I'll think about it a long time.
Good. Let me know what you decide.
You'll hear about it.
Homicide, 5th Precinct.
Walt, check and find out where Amos Fletcher does his banking. See if he's made any big withdrawals lately.
Patent leather kid? What's he got to do with it?
Just check.
Okay.
What about the bullet? Have you found that yet?
No.
Oh, swell. Did you find anything else?
A bunch of stuff in Romero's wallet.
What?
Oh, driver's license, social security number, some business cards. Card from a real estate office that might be important.
Why should it be?
A notation on the back. Says call Miss Crockett about new lease. Date after that. Yesterday.
New lease? Romero has an office. Wonder what this new lease is.
Why don't you check? Crockett Real Estate, Lexington Avenue.
Bye.
Au revoir.
What?
Something I could... Well.
Good afternoon.
Ain't as though. Dull as can be before you rolled them gorgeous shoulders through that door. Sit down, Sonny. Relax. Have yourself a drink.
No thanks. A little early in the day for me.
A little early. Well, you'll excuse me, won't you, Sonny? If it gets any later, my stomach's liable to rust. Get it?
Yeah, all over me.
What's your name, Sonny?
Uh,
Gotta know, if I'm going to sell you some real estate. Play football in school, Sonny? Figures. Oh, look at them shoulders.
Look, sweetheart.
Huh? What did you say?
I said, look, sweetheart.
Oh.
Why?
No sense in raising all these goosebumps for nothing. Sweetheart, huh? Well, what can I do for you, Sonny? You want Madison Avenue at 50 cents a front foot?
Hey, that's pretty good.
Sure won't have a drink, Sonny?
No, thanks. I'd just like to ask you one question.
Go right ahead, Sonny. You know, I may not look it, but I'm considered one of the best real estate agents in this state.
Do you know a man named Romero?
Sure, I know him.
Did you just rent him some offices?
Yep. Signed the lease yesterday. A whole new set of offices over on 46th Street.
46th Street? Where on 46?
Oh, right there. Say, are you a cop?
What makes you think that?
Oh, I don't know. Mayor's offices are right across from the police station.
The 5th Precinct.
Sonny, you bother me. You're too nervous. Now, why don't you just sit down and get comfortable and we'll
What
talk.
building are the offices in?
Carson building on the 4th floor. But why don't you just take it easy, Sonny?
Thanks, sweetheart.
Oh, you devil, you.
Now, look, Rick, we know Romero was shot in this room while he was either sitting or kneeling.
Because a bullet entered his head at a high angle.
Yeah.
I think he was shot with a rifle, Walt.
A rifle?
Yeah, from across the street. Romero rented some new offices in the Carson building, directly opposite this building. I just saw them. Somebody tore those apart, too.
Well, I checked on Amos Fletcher. Does his banking at the National. Made a withdrawal this morning, $10,000 in new bills. Who is it? Come on in.
Has the Shamus solved it yet, Lieutenant?
Walt, come here.
Yeah?
Now, look, 4th floor, Carson building, right over there. See the open window?
Yeah?
Now, if someone in one of those offices fired a rifle, and there's no bullet hole in the lower portion of the window in this room, that means it went through the open part. So Romero would have to be standing, let's say about right here.
That would make the slug somewhere out in the hall.
Right.
But it would have to pass through the door. There's no hole in the door.
Hey, the door was open when me and the Shamus came down here.
That's right, Walt. Let's see if we can find that bullet.
What was Romero doing down here?
Oh, he was just finishing this part of the test when I went up to get Diamond.
Hey, Walt.
Huh?
I think I got the bullet. Yeah.
Under the rug.
Yeah, you'll have to pry it out. It's in the floor pretty deep.
Okay. Who did it go after? Amos Fletcher?
That's right.
What's your proof?
Not much. It's all a guess. You know what kind of a guy Romero was.
Yeah, the worst.
Well, let's see. Romero had $10,000 in his pocket. Fletcher took out $10,000 this morning.
Sounds like blackmail.
Could be. Somebody was tearing Romero's old office apart looking for something when I broke in on him. And got a patent leather shoe in the face for my trouble.
That isn't very much to go on.
Well, how about this? I asked Fletcher if he knew Romero. He said no. But as I left, he mentioned that Romero probably got killed because, like myself, he was in the wrong racket. How did he know that?
Well, still not enough to convict him.
Would a confession do it, Grouchy?
You know darn good and well a confession is the only thing that would do it. That or find the murder weapon and prove it belongs to Fletcher.
No, you're so technical. Okay, I'm going back to the office. Give me about 10 minutes and have Otis call Fletcher.
Oh? Have Otis call Fletcher.
Oh, not as Sergeant Otis. Just have him call and give Fletcher a friendly tip. From the way those two offices were torn up, it's my guess that Fletcher hasn't found what he's looking for yet. Just tell him I found it.
Found what?
Found anything. You don't have to be specific.
Who said I was gonna be?
Gonna be what, you mallet head?
Specific.
You don't even know what it means.
It means precisely formulated or restricted.
Huh?
Oh, here, I got the bullet out of the floor, Lieutenant.
Bye, Walt. I left the precinct and headed back for Broadway in my office on the corner of 53rd. I knew that Amos Fletcher, the patent leather kid, was the boy we wanted. But whether or not he'd fall for the gag was a matter of luck. Luck is a big part of my business. So I went to my office and sat down behind my desk to wait. In case Amos Fletcher showed up, I wanted to be sure to be able to hold up my end of the conversation. So I took out my .38 and put it across my knees. Diamond Detective Agency. If you've slaughtered a dozen, no difference to me. 1 or 50, it's the same old fee.
What kind of a remark is that, Shamus?
What kind of remark did it sound like, Sergeant?
I ain't got time to answer that. I called Fletcher.
Good. What did you tell him?
Well, I was pretty good, as a matter of fact. I disguised my voice like this, and I says, Amos Fletcher, and he says, yeah. So I says, just a little tip I thought you might want to know about. Richard Diamond has got that which you has been looking for. He found it in Romero's new offices. How was that, Shamus?
Brilliant change of voice.
You think it'll work?
Put down the phone.
You hear me, Shamus? You think it'll work?
Hang it up.
Hey, Diamond!
Oh, that's better. All right, Shamus, let's have it.
Have what?
I haven't got time to play games. This time, you've got to believe me. This time, I'm unhappy, so hand it over.
You're making it pretty tough, Fletcher.
I'm going to make it a lot tougher.
Oh. Oh, now, isn't that a pretty big gun to be carrying around?
It's a little big, sure, but it does everything I want it to.
Mm-hmm. A German Schmeischer, isn't it?
That's right.
Put a stock on it, and you could shoot it like a rifle.
I'm going to count 3, and then I'm just going to shoot it. Now, why don't you be smart and give me the stuff? Let it ring.
It might be a paying client.
It might. Let it ring.
You shot Pat Romero from his new offices across the street from the 5th Precinct, didn't you, Fletcher?
Is that what you say?
Yeah. What was he doing, blackmailing you? You gave him $10,000 sometime today.
You know, you're talking yourself right into a long box.
Why did you shoot him in a police station?
I paid him the $10,000, and he handed me the stuff, and I thought it was a McCoy. I went back to my office and started checking through this stuff. That phone's gonna bother me! There.
You checked the stuff back in your office, and you found out it was phony. You got worried, went back to Romero's offices. He wasn't there. He was across the street in the 5th Precinct. You spotted him through the window and shot him.
That's right, Shamus. I saw him talking to a cop and figured he might be spilling his guts. I waited until the cop left, and I nailed him. Now, give me the stuff.
You'll have to believe me, Fletcher. I haven't got it.
Don't give me that. I got a tip.
Sure you did. It was Sergeant Otis from Homicide.
You're crazy.
Am I? He said,
Just a little tip I thought maybe you might want to know about. Richard Diamond has got that which you has been looking for.
what did Romero have on you?
Some records. You know something, Diamond? I don't mind killing you at all.
Drop it, Fletcher.
What?
I got Walt.
Fletcher.
How is he, Walt?
Pretty bad. I didn't know you had a gun, Rick.
Neither did Fletcher.
Diamond,
Yeah?
phone for a doctor. Hurry.
I'll do it, Rick. Hey, who tore this phone out of the wall?
Fletcher got tired of hearing it ring.
What's that you're playing, Rick?
Oh, it's an old thing.
Oh. Yes.
Hello, Helen. This is Walt.
Yes, Walt, he's right here.
Thanks, Dave. Hello, Walt.
Rick, we found the stuff Romero was blackmailing Fletcher with in a safety deposit box. A bunch of books that exposed one of Fletcher's old rackets, enough to send him away for life.
Well, bully for you.
Oh, and something else. You better get down here right away.
What for?
You didn't finish your test. You don't want to flunk it, do you?
What?
You got the first part all right. The hypothetical part I can cover for you. But you didn't do anything on the last part of the written examination.
Now, you listen to me, Fatty.
Fatty?
The fattest. I've chased my head off solving a case and getting your big feet...
Big feet?
Big feet out of trouble. I've gotten shot at, insulted, kicked in the face.
Well, those
I
things
don't want to hear any more of your lame-brained excuses. You just fix it up for me, and I'm going to go in and drop a few subtle hints to the commissioner about his nasty old lieutenant.
You wouldn't.
Oh, but I would. What did you say?
Oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do?
Take the test for me. Fill out the answers yourself. Cheat.
Cheat?
Cheat!
But...
Oh, that's what you always say.
Now, what were we talking about?
Oh, honey, you were asking me about this little old song.
Pretty. What is it?
Oh, I'll give a listen. Oh, how I miss you tonight. Miss you when lights are low. Oh, how I need you tonight. More than you'll ever know. Each moment, though we're apart, you're never out of my heart. But I'd rather be lonely and wait for you only. Oh, pal, how I miss you tonight. Okay?
Oh, it's very pretty. Shall I?
Might as well.
Yes.
May I please speak to Mr. Diamond?
Oh, my goodness, Rick.
Walt?
Yes, but look out.
Oh, all right. Hello.
You passed, Mr. Diamond, 99 out of 100.
99 out of 100, Which one did I miss?
The last one. I knew you wouldn't care, so I let Otis fill it in for you.
No.
Yes, the commissioner wants to see you tomorrow morning.
Why? What was the question?
To what department does the cleanup squad belong?
Well, what did Otis write for an answer?
The Department of Sanitation. Tomorrow at 11, Rick. Au revoir.
You have just heard Richard Diamond, Private Detective, starring Dick Powell. Ed Begley played Lieutenant Walt Levinson. Also in the cast were Wilms Herbert, Francis Robinson, Don Diamond, Ann Morrison, and Paul Dubov. Music was under the direction of Frank Worth. Today's show was written by Blake Edwards and directed by Russell Hughes. Dick Powell currently may be seen in the motion picture version of the best-selling novel, Mrs. Mike. This is Eddie King inviting you to be with us next Sunday at this same time when we will again bring you Dick Powell as Richard Diamond, Private Detective. What's on NBC today? One of the finest programs in NBC's Sunday lineup of stellar entertainment is Theater Guild on the Air. Later today, be sure to hear Richard Widmark and Teresa Wright in the romantic comedy There's Always Juliet. That's Richard Widmark and Teresa Wright on Theater Guild on the Air today on this NBC station. Next, hear James Melton and Harvest of Stars on NBC.
Listen while the makers of Rexall drug products and 10,000 independent Rexall family druggists bring you Dick Powell as Richard Diamond, Private Detective.
Good evening. This is your Rexall family druggist with a welcome from the 10,000 independent druggists who have made the word Rexall part of our own store names. We've done that because we recommend and sell the 2,000 or more drug products made by the Rexall Drug Company. Like Plenamins, for example. Rexall's famous multivitamin capsules. 2 Plenamins a day give you more than your daily minimum requirements of every vitamin for which such requirements have been established, plus valuable liver concentrate and iron. And yet, Plenamins cost only pennies per day. Ask for Plenamins at Rexall drugstores everywhere. And remember, you can depend on any drug product that bears the name Rexall.
Good health to all from Rexall. Now, your Rexall family druggist brings you a transcribed half hour with Richard Diamond, private detective, starring Dick Powell.
Diamond Detective Agency. Handy hints on happy homicide.
I beg your pardon?
I said Diamond Detective Agency. Handy hints.
Yes, I heard the last part, but I just wanted to be sure there was nothing the matter with my phone. Mr. Diamond, I wish to hire you.
I'm touched. $100 a day in expenses.
I'm touched.
Well, if the figure depresses you a little, I suggest getting out in the fresh air. Exercise. Play a little golf. If you could use a dandy caddy on Sunday.
I can easily afford the fee, Mr. Diamond, but to be frank, it wasn't exactly what I expected. Isn't it a little high?
Well, frankly, yes. But if you hire another detective, you won't be getting the prettiest.
I see. Can you come to my house at 6 this evening?
Name, address, and reason for hiring me?
George Lexington, Golden Strand, Long Island. And I'm in fear of my life.
I'll see you at 6, Mr. Lexington.
On the dot. Please be prompt.
Just have a substantial retainer ready. Aside from my blue eyes, greed and promptness are my 2 most outstanding features. Well, that's the way a buck's made in my business. I sit around the office for a week, passing the idle hours, playing old Welsh mining tunes on a comb. Then someone gets in trouble, opens the phone book, and naturally the first thing that must catch their eye is my very gaudy full-page advertisement on the Diamond Detective Agency. After that, a phone call, and I'm in business. At 6 sharp, I was ringing the doorbell at the home of Mr. George Lexington, client in fear of his life.
Yes, sir?
Mr. Diamond, to see Mr. Lexington.
Mr. Lexington is busy at the moment. Does he expect you?
I have an appointment with him at 6.
Oh, I see. Please step in. If you'll wait in the library, sir, I'll tell Mr. Lexington you are here. What was that?
Unless you keep a car in one of the upstairs rooms, that, my friend, was a gun going off. Come on. With the butler right behind me, we took the long, curved staircase 3 steps at a time. The butler managed to pant out that Mr. Lexington was in the study at the head of the stairs, so that was the door we went through, only to be stopped cold on the other side. Standing in the middle of the room was a girl. The word girl, in this case, to be identified with adjectives one might think up after having spent 3 lonely years on a life raft in the middle of the Atlantic. The only thing that kept my eyes from melting and running down on my shirt was the .32 revolver she held in her gloved hand.
Miss Morris, no!
Give me the gun, honey.
No, no.
Drop it, honey. You just scorched my money belt. She dropped it, and we all went to pieces. I helped her to a seat and let her cry it out. The gun I could have passed off as a whim or too many Hopalong Cassidy adventures, but the man sprawled across his desk on the other side of the room changed the whole picture. I called the 5th Precinct Police Station and got Lieutenant Walter Levinson started for Long Island.
The police?
You shot a man, didn't you?
Yes.
You tried to kill yourself, didn't you? Well, they're both against the law. Want to tell me about it?
He deserved it.
Mr. Diamond?
Yes?
I just found something rather strange.
Well, don't scratch it.
Miss Morris shot Mr. Lexington, all right.
I never denied it.
Well, what's bothering you?
The thought just occurred to me. Who also took the trouble of stabbing him?
Stabbing him? He was shot.
Then how do you explain this carving knife in his back?
Oh, now, Diamond, you stop that.
But it's true, Walt.
Sure is, Lieutenant. Been shot in the chest and got a knife in his back.
Oh, how do I get in on these things?
This is Miss Morris, Walt, the girl who shot him.
How do you do? Oh, You shot him, huh?
Yes, Lieutenant.
Well, who stabbed him?
Have no idea.
Swell. Miss Morris, why did you shoot this, what's his name?
Lexington, George.
Why did you shoot him?
I refuse to answer.
Okay, suit yourself.
Where's the coroner, Walt?
Should be here any minute.
I didn't stab him, Mr. Diamond.
When you came in, did you talk with Lexington?
I just opened the door, saw him sitting at the desk, and I shot him.
Did you talk to him?
Oh, sure, Walt. She played 20 questions with him while he was trying to paw the knife out of his back.
I was just trying to trap her.
Why?
Why? Because if she said she'd talk to him, it would have been an admission that,
She'd talk to him.
No, that he was still alive before she shot him.
Okay, who stabbed him?
How do I know?
Well, if he was still alive before she shot him, she talked to him, then she must have seen who stabbed him, right?
Yeah.
Well, if she saw who stabbed him, she couldn't have done it, right?
Right.
And no one would have stabbed Lexington if he'd already been shot, right?
No one would have stabbed Lexington if he'd already... Yeah, of course. You think I'm stupid?
Lieutenant.
You shut up.
So if they stabbed him, he hadn't been shot and he was alive.
Of course.
Then if he was alive and they stabbed him, the girl didn't do it to confuse you.
Huh?
So if she didn't do it, she can go home. Go on home, Miss Morris.
But, Mr. Diamond...
You heard him. Go on.
That's what I was trying to tell you, Lieutenant. Diamond's at it again.
Otis.
Yeah, Lieutenant?
Take the girl, the butler, and Diamond down to the car. And when the coroner gets here, we'll all take a little drive down to the station, understand?
Yes, Lieutenant.
What are you yelling at?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, the coroner finally arrived and suggested an autopsy for the corpse and a bath in some hot mud for Walt. Then we all climbed into the squad car and headed for downtown New York and the 5th Precinct Police Station. On the way, I told Walt about my phone call from Lexington about 3:45 that afternoon and the few details leading up to finding June Morris with a smoking gun and the dead Mr. Lexington. At the station, we continued to question the girl as to her motive for the killing, but she refused to say anything. The butler could add nothing, so they were taken out to await further questioning. She was allowed to call her lawyer, and we all settled down to wait for the coroner's report on the autopsy.
Yeah.
The dame's lawyer is here. Wants to see you first.
Okay. Girl's lawyer.
Mr. Farnsworth, Lieutenant.
Hello, Lieutenant. What is this all about?
Mr. Diamond, Mr. Farnsworth.
How do you do?
How are you?
I just got a call from Miss Morris.
Lieutenant.
Pardon me a minute. Well, what do you want, Hammerhead?
I got the girl's personal effects.
Well, give them to me.
Okay. Gee, what did I do?
Nothing, Sergeant, but your family sure botched things up.
Oh, there you are, Lieutenant.
Thank you.
Gee, I don't know.
Am I to understand that Miss Morris is being held here on a murder charge?
That's right.
Just whom is Miss Morris supposed to have killed?
You know Mr. George Lexington?
Why, yes.
He's the boy.
Maybe you can tell us why she would want to kill him.
I suggest you question the witness, Mr. Diamond. But let me warn you beforehand. My advice to my client will be to say nothing until I can find out more about this thing for myself. Now, about Miss Morris.
She stays put.
Lieutenant, I have a great deal of influence.
Then get her rich. She stays put.
What about this George Lexington's background, Mr. Farnsworth?
Let me give you one more suggestion before I leave. Find these things out for yourself. I have a fair reputation in the legal profession.
Good evening, Mr. Farnsworth.
I'll have that writ, Lieutenant.
Ah, go to blazes.
Nice fella.
A doll. Well, let's see if there's anything in these personal effects here. Take a look through the purse.
Okay.
Otis,
Yeah, Lieutenant.
bring in the butler.
Right.
Here's something, Walt.
What is it?
A typewritten note in the bottom of her purse.
What's that?
Meet me at the house at 5:15 this evening. Bring $15,000 and be prompt, or you will regret it for the rest of your life.
Signed, George. George Lexington.
Well, bully for you.
Diamond, I swear.
After the butler, Lieutenant.
Come in. Sit down.
Well, thanks. My feet...
Not you, melonhead. Get out of here.
Oh, well, okay. I just thought...
Otis,
Yeah?
when the coroner's report comes in, bring it right in and bring the girl along with it.
Yeah, Lieutenant.
How do you feel, Arthur?
A little upset, sir. This has been quite a strain.
Last name, Cameron?
Yes, sir.
How long have you worked for George Lexington?
About 4 years, sir. Ever since Mr. Lexington came east.
Did you know him before that?
No, sir.
You ever mentioned where he was from?
California, I think.
Had a lot of money?
I presume so. I was paid regularly. He maintained a good-sized house and entertained frequently. To my knowledge, he never had any debts that weren't paid immediately.
How long have you known Miss Morris?
She and Mr. Lexington were engaged 2 years ago. It only lasted a few months. But they still saw each other occasionally.
Did you know Miss Morris was expected tonight?
Yes, sir. She called and said she would be there at 5:45.
You sure about the time?
Yes, sir.
But you didn't expect me at 6.
No, sir. Mr. Lexington said nothing about it.
Is there another way into that study?
Yes, sir. A back door leading down to the garden.
Did Lexington have any other visitors during the day?
No, sir.
Was he in from 3 to 5?
Yes, sir.
I got the coroner's report and Miss Morris, Lieutenant.
Okay, that's all, Arthur. We'll have to hold you until this thing straightens itself out. You go along with Sergeant Lovelock.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Arthur,
Yes, sir.
does Mr. Lexington own a typewriter?
No, sir.
All right. Come in, Miss Morris. Sit down.
Here's the report and the bullet taken out of Lexington and the knife.
Take the butler downstairs.
Right. Let's go, Arthur. Yes.
When did you receive this note, Miss Morris?
Where?
We found it in your purse. When you become a murder suspect, I'm afraid nothing's very private.
This morning.
It's from George Lexington.
Yes.
He have something on you. Okay, you're just hurting yourself.
Miss Morris, did you know a man named Jack Short?
No.
Who's Jack Short, Walt?
Just read this report. Here's what it says about the late Mr. George Lexington. Fingerprints check one Jack Short, arrested 1936, 38, 39, petty theft, suspicion of robbery, suspicion of possessing narcotics, 3 arrests, 1 conviction. Did a year and a day in Alcatraz.
When did he have time to do his laundry?
He was arrested again in 1942 for manslaughter. Went to trial, case dismissed for lack of evidence. Lovely boy.
You mean George Lexington?
Was really Jack Short a criminal with a record?
But his house, servants, the money he spent.
That's something we're going to find out about.
What does the coroner's report say, Walt?
The knife did kill him, not the bullet. And the knife has got your fingerprints all over it, Miss Morris.
What?
It's got a what?
That's right. Ever see it before, Miss Morris?
I don't know.
It's a carving knife. One that might belong to a set. Something wrong?
That's my carving knife. I missed it this morning.
Sure.
When was the last time you used it?
Last night. I gave a small dinner party.
Do you own a typewriter, Miss Morris?
Yes, I do.
Hello, June. You'd better come along with me.
Mr. Farnsworth.
Just a minute. What's the idea of busting in here like this, Farnsworth?
I tried to stop him,
You
Lieutenant.
should have stuck out one of your big feet. Those things could trip a tank.
I told you I would be back with the writ. Well, I'm here, and there's the writ. Come, June.
She stays right here.
Lieutenant, you don't seem to
No,
understand.
you don't seem to understand, Mr. Farnsworth. You got that written and was sustained because I was nice enough not to issue a formal complaint.
Also, there's a little matter of influence.
You're darn right, and I'm going to show you how it works. I'm making a formal complaint right now, and the charge is murder. And if you don't think I can make it stick, I won't even bother to throw you out of my office. I'll let the commissioner do it for me. Now get out of here.
Gee, you're wonderful, Lieutenant.
You shut up.
Before we continue with the adventures of Richard Diamond, private detective, here's your Rexall family druggist.
One of the questions most often asked a druggist is this: what can I take for fast relief from acid stomach?
I've often wanted to know that myself. What's your answer?
Naturally, ma'am, it's Bismarex, Rexall's justly famous antacid.
Well, why? What is it that makes it so outstanding?
Well, the secret lies in the scientifically developed formula. You see, the active ingredients in Bismarex vary in the time it takes them to dissolve in the stomach. That way, the relief it gives is not only fast, but continuous and prolonged. Excess acidity is often neutralized in less than 1 minute. Then the other ingredients, dissolving more slowly, ease up that gastric distress. And finally, Bismarex leaves a soothing protective covering on irritated stomach membranes.
Well, I'll have to remember that. Bismarex. Is that how you say it?
That's right, ma'am. Bisma-Rex, Bismarex. Ask for Bismarex at Rexall drugstores everywhere. And remember, you can depend on any drug product that bears the name Rexall.
And now back to tonight's adventure with Richard Diamond, private detective, starring Dick Powell.
Well, Farnsworth got the idea in a hurry and took off like a rabbit with his tail on fire. Walt lived up to his word. After making the formal charge and producing the evidence, the writ was dismissed. He then secured a search warrant for both Miss Morris's flat and George Lexington's house on Long Island. Our first stop was Miss Morris's apartment, and when we went in, I thought how much it looked like her. Small, beautifully decorated. We went over the whole place, nothing except in the small den.
Here's the party list you told us about.
Good 30 names here. Typed.
There's a typewriter.
You got that note you had in the purse?
Yeah. Top of the E is blocked out like on the note. Same machine.
No.
Bring the typewriter, Otis.
Right, Lieutenant.
You going over to Lexington's home?
Yeah, aren't you coming along?
No, I got an idea. Do me a favor, will you, Walt?
Sure, why?
When you get over there, besides checking that back door to the study, put in a call to the phone company and see if a call was made around 3:45 this afternoon to El Dorado 1234. It's a toll call from there, and they'd have a record.
Now, let me write that down. El Dorado 1234.
Yeah. I'll call you at Lexington's in about an hour. If that number wasn't called from there, check every name on that party list.
Well, there are 30 names there. You want me to check each one to see whether a call was made to El...
What's the matter?
El Dorado 1234. That's your office number.
Walt.
Yeah?
I left Walt turning that awful green and headed for the Times building. It was a little late when I got there, but an old friend at the morgue noticed the $5 bill I was wearing in my lapel and agreed to take care of it for me while I looked through the newspaper files. I dug up everything on Jack Short and his alias George Lexington. The stuff on Short wasn't much, except the trial for manslaughter had made the front page. The items on George Lexington could all be found in the society columns. From what I could gather, he'd started his social whirl in 1944. He'd been engaged several times, and each time to a wealthy woman. I even came across a picture of June Morris on the evening they had announced their engagement. Well, having all the information I could get, and with one little item dated California, June 26, 1942, tucked away in my pocket, I put in a fast call to Walt, who was at the home of the late George Lexington.
Yeah?
What did you find out?
Well, someone could have gotten in the back door. There were some blurred footprints outside in the garden, but they won't help. If you had a key, you could let yourself in and walk right up the study.
What about the phone call?
There was no call made from here to your office, but one of the names on the list paid off. Mrs. Julia Wright out on Long Island. Now, would you mind telling me what this is all about?
You stay right there, Walt. I'm going out to see Mrs. Julia Wright.
If she called your office today at 3:45, you certainly must have talked to her.
George Lexington called my office today at 3:45.
But he couldn't have. The butler said Lexington wasn't out of the house and the call wasn't made from here.
Well, someone called.
Maybe it was the right day. Maybe she got a low voice and told you she was Lexington.
Walt.
No?
Oh, forget it. You wouldn't like it anyway.
Mr. Diamond?
How do you do, Mrs. Wright?
My butler says your business is a matter of life or death.
Well, that's a little exaggerated, but it's one sure way of getting by the red tape.
Then what is your business, Mr. Diamond?
I'm from the police.
Oh.
Do you know Mr. George Lexington?
Why, yes, slightly.
Are you married, Mrs. Wright?
Very happily. What is your interest in Mr. Lexington, Mr. Diamond?
Do you know June Morris?
Quite well. I've known her family for at least 10 years.
She's being held for the murder of George Lexington.
Oh, that poor girl.
She was engaged to Lexington at one time, wasn't she?
Yes. He was a beast. Believe me, Mr. Diamond, he deserved killing.
I thought you said you only knew him slightly.
June used to tell me how terribly he treated her.
A phone call was made from your house yesterday at approximately 3:45 to El Dorado 1234.
I don't believe I know anyone at that number. Are you sure?
A man made it. I talked to him.
My husband wasn't home yesterday. Oh, perhaps it was my lawyer. He was here about that time. In fact, I believe he did make a call. Said it was on business. A call from the library.
What's your lawyer's name, Mrs. Wright?
Why, Mr. Lucius Farnsworth.
I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. I certainly don't like the guy, but his reputation's been spotless.
It's just got to be, Walt.
Here's the girl, Lieutenant.
Come in, Miss Morris.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Hello, Mr. Diamond.
June, the note you received was written on the typewriter in your den.
What?
Lab just sent up a report.
You think I sent that note to myself?
No. But can you remember anyone using the typewriter in the last 2 days?
No. No one has used it but myself.
What about the night of the party?
Who uses a typewriter at a party?
Anyone go in the den and maybe lock the door?
What? Why, yes. As a matter of fact, Mr. Farnsworth said he had to make some business calls. He went in and closed. You don't think that...
That Farnsworth did it?
It's absurd. He's been with my family for years.
Did he introduce you to George Lexington?
Yes, it was at a party at Julia Wright's.
Did Mr. Farnsworth know that you owned a gun?
No one knew it.
Were you actually using that knife the night of the party?
Yes, I sliced some turkey.
You remember what kind of a suit Mr. Farnsworth was wearing that night?
He was wearing a dinner jacket.
Lexington was blackmailing you, wasn't he?
I can't answer that.
Oh, honey, believe me, if you don't trust us and it comes out anyway, we'll have no way of stopping it.
All right, it was blackmail. I was going to marry George. There were some letters, a picture. He broke off the engagement and began demanding money. Last week he mentioned something about leaving town, and I received the note. I couldn't afford that kind of money, and I was just tired of paying month after month. I decided to kill him, and I was going to kill myself. I guess I lost my nerve.
Let's go see Mr. Luke Farnsworth, Rick.
June, you sit right here until we get back.
Be careful.
You can make book on it. I'm going to drive you home. Use your paw.
All right.
Here he comes.
Yes, what do you... Oh. What do you want, Lieutenant?
Got any hot coffee?
If this is your idea of some kind of a joke...
Mind if we come in?
I most certainly do.
Thanks.
How dare you break in here like this? I can cause you a great deal of trouble, Lieutenant.
How well did you say you knew George Lexington?
Only slightly.
Hey, get a load of these fancy ashtrays, Walt.
Yeah, but I don't go much for modern. Pretty drapes, though.
Oh, the policemen are being casual.
You only knew Lexington slightly, huh?
Yes, and this is the third time I've said it.
You must make a lot of money.
I have wealthy clients.
How much did Jack Short pay you to get him out of that manslaughter charge?
What?
You remember him. Sensational case. Made you quite a reputation.
Of course I remember it.
This Short was sure a handsome fella. Did he change his name later?
I don't know. That was a long time ago.
Didn't he change it to Lexington? George Lexington?
What is this all about?
Mind if we look around the place?
I most certainly do.
Is that your bedroom?
You have no right to go in there. Where's your warrant?
Nice bedroom.
Get out. Get out. I'll call the commissioner.
Why don't you do that? These your keys?
Put those down.
Take it easy.
I wonder if one of these fits a back door to George Lexington's study.
Don't be ridiculous. I've only been to Mr. Lexington's house twice in my life. Arthur, the butler, will verify to that.
You mean you've only been there twice, but the front way?
I mean exactly that. What are you doing in that closet?
Nice wardrobe. This your dinner jacket?
Lieutenant, I warn you.
No, I'm going to warn you, Farnsworth, officially. Anything that you may say will be held against you. I'm charging you with the murder of George Lexington.
This is really one for the books. Would you mind telling me what proof you have?
You called my office at 3:45 this afternoon from the home of Mrs. Julia Wright, disguised your voice, and told me you were George Lexington.
Really? Hearsay.
You were at a party given by June Morris. You stole a carving knife that she'd been using, probably wrapped it up in a handkerchief to keep her fingerprints on the handle.
Did someone see me?
For some reason, you wanted George Lexington out of the way. He'd been blackmailing victims that you introduced him to. You made sure that Miss Morris would be at his home at exactly 5:45. You wrote a note on her typewriter telling her to be there. You called me to be sure that someone would catch her.
Interesting theory.
You went up the back way into the study, probably with one of these keys. You stabbed Lexington and got out just before the girl came up.
You made one mistake. You didn't figure that the girl might try to kill Lexington.
What?
Yeah, she shot him, but she shot a dead man.
She shot him?
After he was dead. You don't know it, Buster, but you just missed the perfect crime.
Now prove it.
The girl said you were wearing a dinner jacket the night of her party. This the coat?
Yes?
To get the knife out, you had to put it in a pocket or someplace on you. She had been carving turkey. Ever hear of a spectrograph?
Of course.
Sure. Have the pockets analyzed, and if we find traces of turkey, we'll know you swiped the knife.
And if the key to Lexington's back door is on this ring, it'll cinch it.
I'm afraid not. Come back here, Farnsworth. He's going for the window. Farnsworth, stop. Let me go. Let me go. Not on your life. Not on your life.
You don't take it the easy way.
Get off his head. No. Why didn't you let me jump? What difference would it have made?
Well, it sure would have saved the state some money. But a quick trip to the sidewalk doesn't make up for a killing. That's the easy way, Farnsworth. You forget when you commit murder, there's a little thing called society. And if you can't live with people, they'll decide what to do with you. Oh, that last mile is a lulu.
Again, here's your Rexall family druggist.
If you're a user of mineral oil, remember that Rexall mineral oil is carefully refined by a special process to achieve an extra heavy body. What's more, because it's so exceptionally pure and gentle in its action, Rexall mineral oil is non-irritating, non-habit-forming. You'll also like the fact that it's tasteless, odorless, colorless. Next time, try Rexall mineral oil. And remember, you can depend on any drug product that bears the name Rexall.
Good health to all from Rexall. Richard Diamond, Private Detective, stars Dick Powell in the title role and is written by Blake Edwards with music composed and conducted by Frank Worth. Featured in tonight's cast were Ted DeCorsia, Wilms Herbert, Ted Osborne, Betty Moran, Howard McNear, and Virginia Gregg. Richard Diamond, Private Detective is transcribed in Hollywood by Jaime Del Valle. This is Bill Foreman inviting you to be with us next Wednesday at this time when we will again bring you Dick Powell as Richard Diamond, Private Detective.
Hiya, beautiful.
Get lost, Bristlepuss. You need a shave.
But I have shaved. What else do you want me to do?
Silly boy, she wants you to go Stag.
Go Stag? But why?
Because Stag is Rexall's exclusive line of men's good grooming aids, like Stag Brushless Shave Cream. No fuss, no massage, just smooth it on, and presto, you get a clean, close shave. Your face stays smooth and whiskerless all day long.
I'll do it. I'll go Stag.
That's it. Join the Stag line now at Rexall drugstores everywhere.
Yeah.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
Camel Cigarettes present Dick Powell as Richard Diamond, Private Detective. More people smoke Camels than any other cigarette.
Make your own Camel 30-day test, the one sensible, thorough cigarette test. You'll enjoy the rich, full flavor of Camel's costly tobaccos. You'll see just how mild a cigarette can be day after day, pack after pack. And you'll know why More people smoke Camels than any other cigarette.
Here transcribed is Richard Diamond, Private Detective, starring Dick Powell.
Diamond Detective Agency, the Ham and Mayhem.
It's mayhem.
Not if it ruins a gag. Hi, Helen.
Hi. What are you doing?
Oh, trying to spot a client. I've done everything to get somebody up here. Set traps. Hung out of the window by my toes. Nothing.
Oh, is it that bad, Rick?
Has been for a week. Can I come over tonight and cry on your shoulder?
I'd love it.
Better wear a bathing suit.
Are you going to cry that much?
No, but the bathing suit will sure make me feel a lot better.
You idiot.
Yeah, I can't help it. I try so hard.
Are you really coming over?
If I cry long enough, I'll work up a heck of an appetite.
I'll have Francis fix you a good dinner.
I'll pay you back with the first client I get.
We'll eat all?
No, I'll have Francis fix you dinner.
What time will you be over?
Mr. Diamond?
Rick?
Shh. I think I've spotted one.
Client?
I'm afraid to ask. It might scare him away.
Are you Richard Diamond, the private detective?
Are you interested in hiring him?
I certainly am.
Rick?
We just made a score, baby. I'll see you tonight.
Oh, wonderful. Bye.
Well, come in, sir. Come in. No sense in standing in a draft. Might catch pneumonia before we get around to my fee.
My name is John Alistair.
Well, sit down, Mr. Alistair. Pull up a wallet. A chair.
Thank you.
Now, what can I do for you?
Quite a lot, I hope. 2 days ago, I made arrangements for my own assassination.
Huh?
It's really very simple.
Well, so am I sometimes. Maybe you better be a little bit more specific.
Well, I was bankrupt, in danger of going to prison. I have a family, a wife and 2 children.
And an insurance policy.
That's right. If I was to be killed, my family would be well taken care of.
You said you were in danger of going to prison. Why?
Well, I'll be perfectly honest. I embezzled money from my firm.
Oh, embezzlement. Well, you can get a lot of years for that.
Yes, so I decided to do away with myself, leaving instructions for my wife to replace the stolen funds. She could live quite comfortably on the rest. I knew suicide would revoke the insurance policy, so I went to the only underworld character I knew, a man named Gimpy. A long time ago, he'd been my bootlegger.
Oh, yeah, I know him. Nearly poisoned me once.
I told Gimpy I wanted to hire a man to kill me, a professional assassin. Gimpy said it could be done, and I gave him $200. I told Gimpy to take care of the arrangements and not to tell me anything about the man who was going to kill me. I didn't want to know a thing, how it would be done or when.
What do you want me for?
Well, something has happened. My wife's brother arrived last week from South America, a very wealthy man, and advanced me enough money to pay back the firm and make a fresh start.
Well, then go tell Gimpy to call the gunman off.
Have you read the morning papers, Mr. Diamond?
No.
Yeah, front page. Gimpy was shot to death last night.
Oh, it's kind of tough then to tell Gimpy to call it off,
I want you to find whoever Gimpy hired and stop him from killing me.
Find a man with the only clue to his identity lying dead in a morgue? He could be one of 50 professional killers wandering the streets. One of 50 who would make it tough to be found even if you just wanted the time of the day.
Can you find him?
I don't know. I can try.
You must find him before he kills me.
Well, I'll try my best. In the meantime, you stay here and lock yourself in.
In this office?
Yep, right here. Don't even let your wife know where you are.
All right, if you think it's necessary.
No, I think it is. And, by the way, I charge $100 a day in expenses. I guess his brother-in-law had given him enough money for a high-priced private detective because he handed me $100 and agreed to lock my door and not answer it for anyone but me. I left the office and headed for the Skid Row Bistro where Gimpy had died on the dirty floor. It was called the Black and Red, and the bartender was wearing an apron that looked like he'd been making hash on it.
Yeah, Gimpy got killed here. Right over there, the clean spot near the bar. He bled a little.
You know who gunned him?
What am I answering your questions for?
Because I'm asking them.
That ain't enough. I got a fetish for living.
I'm a private cop.
Well, that's the worst thing you could have said. You better buy a beer or take a walk, huh?
I'll buy. You don't even have to change the $10.
You think I'd tell you something for a lousy 10 fish?
Yeah?
Well, you're wrong. I don't know nothing.
You were in here, weren't you?
Yeah, on my stomach behind the bar.
You saw it start, didn't you?
You want me to tell you as much as I know?
Unless you want to play another tune. We could dance.
$10 for what I know?
You don't think it's worth it, huh?
Nah. But I seen the 10 and it made me greedy.
Okay, here. Live a little.
Thanks. Well, Gimpy was standing over there drinking a beer. These two guys come in, and one of them walks up to him.
What did they look like?
Two guys, big guys, hats, coats with their collars turned up, the whole bit. Looked like just what they was. This one guy started arguing with Gimpy about some money.
You hear the conversation?
Yeah, something about wanting all the 200. Well, Gimpy gets a little nasty. He was like that, a nasty little guy. Well, the guy gets tired of arguing and pulls a gun. Gimpy tries to climb the bar, and he must have been halfway over when the guy cut him in two. By then, I was flat on my face waiting for mine. But these two guys took off, and I called the cops. Wait till 10.
You don't remember what either one of the guys looked like?
Nah, I was minding my health.
Okay, thanks.
Hey.
Yeah?
I don't know whether it means nothing, but the guy who killed Gimpy was wearing a small red flower in his buttonhole. A red flower like a rosebud. I remember it. Funny a guy like that should be wearing a pretty flower.
Oh, what do you want?
Why, Sergeant Otis, you've been taking your ugly pills again.
Can't you ever do anything without the department's help? I thought you were supposed to be a big, smart private detective.
Well, we all make mistakes. I thought you were supposed to be a gorilla.
Oh, you did, huh?
Yeah, but gorillas get bigger.
Oh.
Hello, Walt.
Hello, Rick. What can I do for you?
I got a little problem. Your department handled that killing over in the Black and Red Saloon?
Skid Row?
Yeah.
Yeah, a small-time guy named Gimpy got himself blown up.
Mm-hmm. Any line on the killer?
No, we questioned the bartender who runs the place. He was lying on his face. Couldn't give much of a description. We're checking up on Gimpy's friends and associates.
The killer wore a small red flower in his buttonhole. Maybe a rose.
How do you know?
Bartender told me. Thought maybe you knew about it.
Well, he didn't tell me. What are you interested in Gimpy for?
He contacted the killer. I've got to find the killer, and I don't know who he is.
You think maybe this guy with the flower is your boy?
Well, he might be. Bartender said he was arguing with Gimpy about $200.
Well, no, he didn't tell me that either. Just said they were arguing.
You should have slipped him $10.
What do you have to find him for?
Client.
You got a client who wants you to find a killer?
Yeah, and that's all I'm going to tell you. Now, give me what you got on Gimpy and his friends.
I don't know why I should.
Oh, stop pouting, fatty. I can't tell you anymore. Besides, if I find this killer, you solve the Gimpy killing, don't you?
Well, yeah.
Well, then let's have it.
Okay. Gimpy didn't have many friends. The only sure one we've come up with is a woman named Belle DeCanto. Runs a small dancing school.
Have you talked to her?
Yeah, but she knows less than the bartender. Here's the address.
Walt gave me Belle DeCanto's address, and I went over. It was an old two-story building on the east side with a rickety flight of stairs leading up to the dance studio. Belle DeCanto was sitting at the piano. I stood there smoking a Camel, watched one of her young pupils perform a pretty sloppy set of turns.
All right, Jeannie, that was fine. Over to the bar.
Okay. Hey.
Huh?
Oh, somebody.
Oh, what can I do for you?
I want to talk to you, Belle.
$20 for 10 lessons.
I just want to talk.
Why don't you take the lessons, mister? Gives you grace and balance.
I'd look a little silly in tights, dear.
Go do your exercises, Jeannie.
Okay, but I still think you look great in tights, mister. We could do Swan Lake and things.
I bet we could.
Talk him into it, Belle. He's real cute.
What do you want to talk about?
Gimpy,
You a cop?
private cop.
I entertained the whole 5th precinct all morning.
I'm looking for the guy who killed Gimpy.
I told the cops all I know. I don't know who killed Gimpy. Back straight, honey.
Okay.
I can't help you, mister.
You know a man who wears a red flower in his buttonhole?
Huh?
Do you know a man who wears a red...
I'm busy, mister. I got a lesson.
Look, Belle.
I don't know nothing. Now beat it.
Maybe if I bought a course of lessons.
I'm full out. Now get out of here. I told you to keep your back straight.
Okay, I'm keeping it.
Belle.
You gonna get out of here, or do I call the law?
Oh, Belle, what you throwing him out for?
You shut up and keep your back straight.
Listen, I'm paying good money around here.
Get out now, mister.
Okay.
What you climbing on me for, huh? So what are you yelling?
You get up there and do your bit, or I'll bust this cane over your skull.
You'll do what?
I told your old lady I'd teach you how to dance, and I will if I have to cripple you trying.
You don't yell at me like that.
Bye, you lovely people.
Bye, honey. You don't yell at me. I paid my money. Who do you think you are? Who?
Get up on that bar!
Drop dead.
It was pretty obvious my mention of the man with the red flower had set off Belle DeCanto's charming temper. And it was even more obvious that to Belle, the man with the red flower spelled some kind of trouble. The third and most obvious point was that I wouldn't get anything out of Belle even if I dropped her in a pit full of enraged mice. I started down the steps of the dance studio, heading for the street, and I stopped cold. Something on the third step set off little bells in the space in my head reserved for danger. There, on the third step, was a small red rose, and it hadn't been there when I went in. I stopped and thought about it. Maybe the man I wanted was in the building. I looked around. Only one other door besides the studio, and that led to Belle's apartment above. I went up there and looked around. Nothing. Then I got a pretty scary thought. Maybe the man with the red rose had tailed me, waited around listening at the door. If he'd found me, maybe he'd found my client. I spent the next 20 minutes making myself hard to follow. When I was satisfied no one was tailing me, went back to my office. Alistair. Mr. Alistair.
Who is it?
Diamond, open up.
How do I know it's Diamond?
Well, you are being cautious. You gave me a $100 retainer. I told you to lock yourself in my office and not to answer to anybody but me.
Did you find out anything?
Close it and lock it.
Is something wrong?
The man who killed Gimpy was wearing a red flower in his buttonhole. I met an old biddy who runs a dancing school, and when I mentioned the flower, she froze up like a clam in a barrel of glue.
Who is this man with the flower?
I don't know, but before he killed Gimpy, he argued with him about some money. $200.
Well, that's the amount I paid Gimpy to hire the assassin.
Yeah. I think the man with the flower is probably your killer. And when I left the dance studio, I found this.
A red rose?
Uh-huh. I think maybe he's tailing me.
He knows I came to see you.
I don't know. I think he's found out I'm looking for him. Maybe figures I'm trying to catch him for killing Gimpy. Anyway, you're not the only one on the spot now.
But what'll we do?
If he's looking for me, there's no sense in letting him find you, too. You got to get out of here.
But where?
Well, an out-of-the-way hotel I know. Manager's a friend of mine.
But what if this killer finds you?
That's a good question. I hustled John Alistair out on the fire escape, and we climbed down to the floor below, just in case our boy with the red rose was waiting outside my office. We climbed into the 7th floor hall, made our way to the service elevator and down to the alley. A half an hour later, I'd deposited Alistair in room number 11 of the Bunker Hill Hotel in charge of the manager, a one-time safecracker named Herman Clipp. I'd done a lot of favors for Herman, and he assured me Alistair would be safe, and that no one would be allowed to see him unless his name was Diamond, and he had the bluest eyes in the private detective business. It was 6 o'clock by the time I left the hotel, and I kept to the side streets in case the man with the red rose might be close. It was certainly one way of finding him, letting him find me. But I wanted to be ready for it, and I didn't want to be around my client when it happened. I went back to my apartment on 51st Street.
Hello, chum. I've been waiting for you.
Oh, that's nice. Lonesome?
For a while.
You had that nice big gun to keep you company.
Sure.
You forgot to wear your rose.
You got the wrong boy, Diamond. Drago's busy.
Drago?
Name won't do you any good. I'm going to kill you.
Drago's the boy with the red rose?
Turn on the radio.
You were the guy with him in the bar when he killed Gimpy.
That's right. Turn on the radio.
Okay. Look, tell Drago he doesn't have to kill John Alistair. Alistair says to call it off.
The radio.
Oh, sure. Will you tell him?
See, I tell him. But I don't think it's going to do any good. You see, he knows Alistair talked to you. We know you've been trying to find him. And we don't want anybody who can pin Gimpy's killing on us.
I didn't tell Alistair anything.
Sure. Where you got him hidden out, huh? We find out. Drago should have knocked off Gimpy like that, but he gets excited. Like running out of the bar before he knocked off the bartender. If we had knocked off the bartender right then, he couldn't have told you nothing.
What about the bartender?
He's in the river. Turn the radio up.
I turned the radio up slowly, my mind working triple time. The guy behind me wanted the music to cover the noise, like a funeral march with a one-gun salute. I heard him get up behind me.
All right, turn around.
It had to be quick. I turned and gave him the radio right in the face. I had twisted his gun right into his stomach. He looked up at me like a kid who was going to bust out crying because somebody had dumped over his blocks. Then he slid down on his face and died without a sound. I put in a fast call to Walt, told him to check his files for a killer named Drago. I told him what had happened and about the bartender who was probably floating on the river. Then I took off for Bel DeCanto's dance studio. The man I'd just killed had said Drago wasn't going to leave anyone around who might pin the Gimpy killing on him. And Drago had left his red rose on the steps outside of Bel's studio. When I got there, the big dance hall was dark. So I went up another flight to Bel's apartment. Well, here goes. Bel was there all right, and Drago had been there. He hadn't left a rose, but he left a bullet instead. It was somewhere in Bel DeCanto's heart.
Before we continue with Richard Diamond, here is an important question.
How mild can a cigarette be?
One puff won't tell you.
One sniff won't tell you.
It takes day in, day out smoking to find out how well a cigarette agrees with your throat. Only Camels offer you this day in, day out smoking proof.
In a coast-to-coast test of hundreds of people who smoked only Camels for 30 days, noted throat specialists reported not one single case of throat irritation due to smoking Camels.
Make your own Camel 30-day test, the one sensible, thorough cigarette test. Smoke only Camels for 30 days and let your taste tell you how rich and flavorful Camels are, puff after puff, pack after pack. Let your throat tell you how mild Camels are, how well Camels get along with your throat as a steady smoke.
You'll see why people say, once a Camel smoker, always a Camel smoker.
How mild, how mild, how mild, how mild, how mild can a cigarette be? Make the Camel 30-day test and you'll see. Smoke Camels and see.
And now back to Richard Diamond, Private Detective, starring Dick Powell.
Well, here's all the information, Rick. The only man we got on file named Drago is a well-known hood named Tommy Drago. 7 arrests, 2 convictions, assault and armed robbery.
Can you find him all?
Well, I put out an APB. Maybe we'll pick him up.
You find the bartender?
They're dragging the river now. The guy in your apartment has been identified as Giulio Bassati. Arrested once with Drago. Supposed to work together.
Yeah.
Why did Drago kill Bel DeCanto?
Well, probably thought I told her something.
Now, we gotta get this boy. He's killed 3 people in 2 days.
He wants to add 2 more to his list. Me and my client.
Where is your client?
Oh, he's staked out in the Bunker Hill Hotel. He's safe.
Well, we better pick him up and give him protection.
He doesn't want the police brought in. But you can stake out a couple of men near the hotel in case Drago shows up.
Right.
Look, Walt, if this Drago likes red roses, he must buy them someplace.
Yeah?
Well, have some men check all the flower shops. Have them circulate the description. For the rest of the day and into the evening, the entire precinct turned out to look for Drago. Each man had a photograph, and they toured every flower store in the city, showing the photograph and asking questions. Walt and I even took one section, wore out a lot of pavement and several good inches of shoe leather, trying to find someone who might have been selling the roses to Drago. By 6 o'clock, we were back in the precinct, discouraged, And as Walt said...
Oh, I'm beat.
Yeah.
You want some coffee?
Yeah, might as well.
We took in 12 shops. Here.
Thanks.
Looks like the guy grows his own.
Well, maybe he does.
Swell. I'll put out a general to pick up every window box and flower pot in the city. We're bound to catch him in 10 or 12 years. Yeah, what do you want, Spikehead?
Spikehead?
Just thought it up.
Oh.
Well, did you just want to see if the buzzer works?
No, I got an address on that guy Diamond shot.
Julio Basadi?
Yeah.
Well, do you want us to hold a seance while you give it to us by telepathy?
456 River Street, apartment 7. And you sure are getting grouchy.
Walt and I piled into the squad car and took off for 456 River Street. There was a chance that the man who wore the roses might live with his partner, Julio Basardi. We found the manager. He led us into the apartment, and after 15 minutes of pretty extensive house wrecking, both Walt and I came to the same conclusion. Julio Basardi lived alone and liked it. We hit the street pretty discouraged.
Well, come on.
Hey, Walt.
What is it?
Look, that old lady down the street.
Well, what about her?
She's selling flowers.
Oh, well, let's go.
Fresh flowers, 20 cents a bunch. Flowers, gentlemen?
Do you have some red roses?
Yes.
Single red roses that I could wear in my lapel?
Yes, 25 cents.
Have you ever seen this man?
What man?
Here.
Yes, Mr. Drago. I sell him a red rose every evening, fresh.
You know where we can find him?
Well, what do you want him for?
Police.
Has Mr. Drago done something?
He's wanted for murder.
Oh, no, how terrible. He seemed like such a nice man, so generous, he dressed so nicely.
He's killed 3 people.
3 people.
Do you know where he lives?
3 people. Yes, he lives in the next block. I don't know the number. I'll have to show you.
Here, I'll take all the flowers you've got. The old flower woman showed us the building, and again we dragged another manager out to let us into Drago's apartment. This time we went in low, ready to shoot if Drago happened to be home. He wasn't. And once again, we tore another place apart.
Find anything?
No, not yet.
Get a load of this closet. Drago really dresses.
Hey, Walt.
Yeah? You find something?
Look at this telephone pad.
What about it?
The writing. Read it.
Bunker Hill.
Bunker Hill Hotel. That's where my client is. Drago's found him. Walt, go check for the men you got staked out and see if they spotted Drago going in. I'll go in and see if my client's all right.
Right.
Herman. Herman. Oh.
Rick?
Over here, Walt. Herman is out cold.
Herman?
Yeah, the manager.
Oh, he looks pretty bad.
Yeah, he's really out.
Drago?
Your men see anybody?
No, but he could have slipped in.
Now, let's get up to my client.
Well, come on.
I'm looking for the key.
What room?
11. Now, let's go on. I had my client locked in. Come on. 2nd floor. Here it is. Alistair. Alistair, it's Diamond.
Diamond! Diamond, get me out of here! He's been here. He's got a key.
Where is he?
He tried to get in, but I had the chain lock on. Then he tried to break it down. I pushed the furniture in front of the door. Get me out, please.
Just take it easy. We'll try and break it down.
The furniture's still there.
Well, get it out of the way.
Yes, yes. I don't know where he went.
Is there a fire escape?
Fire escape? Yes. Yes. There's an escape right outside my window. Good heavens, Diamond.
Just keep moving the furniture.
But the fire escape...
Just move the furniture. Walt.
Yeah?
You stay here. I'm going out on the fire escape. It figured. If Drago couldn't get past the furniture, he'd get in another way. I ran to the end of the hall and out on the escape. I turned the corner of the building and started for my client's room.
He's on the escape. He's coming down. I can hear him. Get me out. Get me out.
At first, I thought my client had heard just me, but then I saw him climbing down from the floor above, a gun in his hand, the polished barrel shining in the moonlight. As he reached the window, Alistair went crazy.
He's outside the window. No, please.
I leaned against the building and steadied my arm just as he broke the window.
No. You killed him. You killed him.
Yeah. Funny.
What, Mr. Diamond?
Shot him right through his red rose.
Dick Powell will return in just a minute.
Across the nation, doctors in every branch of medicine have been asked this question.
What cigarette do you smoke, Doctor?
Again, the brand named most was Camel. Yes, according to this repeated nationwide survey, more doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette.
Yes, and Camels are the favorite cigarette of many stars whose throats are their fortune. Risa Stevens, Mario Lanza, Martha Tilton are a few of the singing stars who choose Camels for mildness.
How mild, how mild, how mild, how mild, how mild can a cigarette be? Make the Camel 30-day test and you'll see. Smoke Camels and see.
Here's Dick Powell with a special message.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this week we add a new name to the list of recipients of gift Camels for hospitalized servicemen and veterans. It's the Military Air Transport Service, United States Air Force, which evacuates virtually all overseas wounded servicemen. Camels are also on the way to veterans' hospitals, Lake City, Florida, and Nashville, Tennessee. U.S. Naval Hospital ship Haven. Now, until next week, enjoy Camels. I always do.
Dick Powell can now be seen starring in the RKO film Cry Danger. Tonight's adventure of Richard Diamond was written by Blake Edwards with music by Frank Worth. Our director is Helen Mack. Featured in the cast were Virginia Gregg, Wilms Herbert, and Arthur Q. Bryan.
PA stands for two things, Pipe Appeal and Prince Albert. They go hand in hand. For Prince Albert's Choice Tobacco has a rich flavor and a delightful natural aroma. PA is crimp cut for smooth, even burning, and it's specially treated to ensure against tongue bite. Get Prince Albert, the National Joy Smoke, America's largest-selling smoking tobacco.
Listen next week for another exciting transcribed adventure of Richard Diamond, starring Dick Powell. This is Your FBI, the official broadcast from the files of the FBI. Follows immediately. Stay tuned. This program came to you from Hollywood. This is the American Broadcasting Company.